Hi, hello, it's the Dear PB Awards. It's May. Hi.
It's Soos. Hi.
It's me, again, Court, for the third or fourth time, probably.
And it's time for the end of the year extravaganza that we've done every single year that this podcast has existed. You can look that up, it's true.
So true.
Yeah.
The Dear PB Awards, where we award the greatest and sometimes not greatest moments in speedrunning of 2022. We invited Court back on because we were like, we should get a guest for this one. And then we thought about who would be good to have, and the only person we thought of is Court.
Wow, I'm honored, truly honored that I'm the only person you could ever have thought of.
Exactly. Literally, I was sitting there and I'd be like, I can't think of any other people. Like, I try to picture my family and I get
Name
my
a
mind draws a
person.
blank. I can't. That's what I'm saying. Court. Ah, fuck. So we have.
Thanks for having me, because I love hanging out with the two of you anyway, so it works out brilliantly.
We have about 13 or so categories, some sent in by you, the lovely listener. And we're going to discuss and vote, or like reach a consensus, a quorum, on each category, and those will be the official awards.
We're
And,
going to
you are
employ the
recipient.
democratic process and submit our ballots, and we'll come back to you in 6 weeks.
We're not doing that. And if
Okay.
you win an award, you get the fame and reputation associated with our extremely prestigious award and nothing else.
Yeah, you can put it in
Lovely.
your social media description or something.
True.
You can for the trailer for your next stream, you could be like, Dear PB Game of the Year winner or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
Except for, I guess I said for your stream, so that'd be Streamer of the Year winner, which is not a category because
Pain.
I don't want to. That sounds
Streamer of the year
Drama.
goes to Ninja.
Ninja. Wow.
Please come up and claim your award.
Did Ninja win it? I don't remember.
I don't know.
I thought it wasn't Ninja.
Listen, I did not watch the Game Awards because it's more like the Game Ad Awards, and it's just
It
a bunch
really
of
is.
ads of AAA games, and I play like one AAA game a year, so I don't need it in my life.
It's not
All
worth
right.
watching unless you can make podcast content out of it.
True.
That's what we
true.
learned.
That's what we did. Boy, howdy, was it. We did have to record for like a month. It was awesome.
Was it content?
All right. Fanfare, please. Best run we actually saw at a marathon. So this is not the best run at a marathon this year because I didn't watch every marathon. In fact, I didn't watch most of them.
True.
So this is the best one that we witnessed with our own two eyes. And that could be... No, it has to be live. You have to have caught it live.
Yeah,
can't
definitely
check
caught
the
it
bottom.
live. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
And the nominees are... There are no official nominees. Discuss.
The nominees are every single run that we've watched at a marathon this year.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
It's a lot.
My pick is my own physical run that I did at a running marathon this year. It was bad. Yeah.
May, what do you
That-
have up your sleeve?
All right, so mine's an actual speed run for our speed run
Wow.
podcast.
I would never
and
speed
it
run.
is the 4-player Super Mario World relay at SGDQ.
Ooh, that was so good.
Yes. We were discussing
mean-
before the program. Court was like, I don't know if I have any ideas for this. And I'm like, I feel like I'm going to say something and you might just immediately agree.
I literally hosted for that, so I feel biased, right? But
You were part of it.
wow,
part of it.
that really was so good. It had such a amazing like participation from notable ROM hackers in the community, but also amazing players. And then, you know, Kez and Amethyst did such a great job commentating. I'm definitely biased towards that. I'm gonna say that live being in that room was really energetic. I have one that is a game I really liked watching, and it spanned 2 events. So I really enjoyed watching Phasmophobia at both SGDQ and at FF. Because at SGDQ, all 4 of them had such a funny, this is a good relationship between each other, and did a great job of explaining what was going on, and it was very funny to watch from someone who doesn't really like horror games that much. And then at FF, Nicole and Bath and Jan just are hysterical to watch. The mean spanned the entire rest of the event, and it is an audio nightmare, but such a fun watch. So both Phasma runs were up there for me.
Phasma does not get my run of the year because for the Phasma FF run, I was on audio, and it's an audio nightmare.
Right,
So,
I didn't have to deal with it. I just had to watch it, and it was so fun.
I had to deal with it, and it's like the worst game on tech because it's just how it's set up. Oh, it sucks.
But yeah, that SMW relay, like, very, very, very excellent. I love it.
I like because I've been on record as saying I'm not a TAS enjoyer because what I enjoy about speedrunning is the human element, and I think it's very impressive TASes and things like that. But like, it doesn't really do anything for me. Maybe it's because I know how computers work. But then with like all the SMW relay stuff, whenever that happens, it's just like level creators doing things that like should not be possible in that game. And so you get that.
But consider the OOT task this year.
I didn't watch it.
Should.
I don't want to watch a task.
It's so there's a line between TAS and a ROM hack, and I think that's more of a ROM hack than a TAS.
I would agree. I definitely agree.
I've watched one TAS in the past, I think, 3 years, and it's when we did it as a bonus episode.
Yeah, the OOT TAS is not a super play. It is definitely like real-time constructing a ROM hack.
Yeah.
As opposed to a like traditional TAS. So I would recommend that. That's a very good run. Or very good showcase.
I was definitely a hater coming into it. I was a hater. Like, I was like, I don't care. I think this isn't for me. But I am a TAS enjoyer. I just like was not sold on the premise. And but when it was happening, that was the run, I think right before or right after the SMW relay, actually. So I was in the room.
It was around there,
yeah.
Yeah, I watched it after it was live because I was on a plane during it, and
doesn't count. You can't vote for it then.
I'm not. I'm just saying it. As someone that knows how computers work, I don't understand how that works.
No, I did not understand how it was happening. It was
basically
very wild.
So it was in the spirit of a TAS, so it was all done with button inputs. But then they ended up like piping custom audio into the end, and stuff, and it's just like, okay, sure, go encode an MP3 file into the N64.
It was before it, yeah.
They've done that for a while. Like there was that one GDQ where they like made Skype on an NES, out of like Mega Man or something, and that didn't do anything for me either. Because I was like,
you're just a hater.
I am a hater.
Yeah, no, I ended up being impressed by it. I thought it was very cool what they did.
I liked it a lot.
So props. I think that's a good nomination.
It's open source too.
If you're a TASer and you're listening to this, I don't hate you. I respect what you do. It's just not for me.
I love TASes. Yeah, that's super fair. It's not for you. I mean, everyone has their own genre of speeding game that is totally not for them. So, like, blindfolded runs don't do anything for me. Like, I respect you. I understand that so much like talent and time goes into it. Me watching it, it does not grip me. So I get it. Like, I think TASes have a similar kind of energy where you respect all the work that goes into it, but you may not think it's interesting. I think it's very interesting.
I will actually say I think blindfolded runs do it for me, but only if they're bad at it.
Only if they're obviously fake.
No, like if it's like, all right, I'm gonna do this and it's gonna be a disaster because it was an incentive or something, and then it's just like, oh god, I should have practiced more.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I
mean that can be fun. I definitely agree with that.
It's kind of like how like AI is like when it's really good, it's scary, but then when it's bad, it's funny.
It's funny, yes. Yeah.
Check out our bonus episodes.
Yeah.
All right, fanfare.
I'm not doing it this time. Someone else.
Mario of the Year.
Ooh.
So this could be any Mario run or anything Mario speedrun related can be the Mario of the Year. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It could be somebody who runs Mario. They could be the Mario of the Year.
For me.
Chris Pratt.
True.
No, Chris Pratt is like Mario of the Year, like a Times Person of the Year kind of way. The most influential, or like the Mario most in the public zeitgeist. But
in terms of Mario content of the year, it's kind of like, in terms of like official Mario content, it's kind of like the only.
It's mostly
option,
the trailer.
unfortunately,
Yeah, don't disagree.
because there wasn't much in terms of official Nintendo released Mario stuff this year.
That's true.
good thing this is a speedrun podcast.
Well, no one speedruns Mario.
For me,
there were like 7 in SGDQ.
Okay, and there were like 30 Zeldas.
We talked about the ROM hack race. For me, as a Kaizo player, Sayonara Mario World 2 coming out was my Mario of the year, because Sayonara 1 is my favorite hack of all time. Mario is like a very talented creator. I ran that game at FF, but Sayo 2 coming out, it is a Kaizo expert hack. It was my first expert hack I had ever played or beaten, and I played the boss for 8 hours in a row one day. I was planning on playing it for 3, and I couldn't stop. I did not win. I did not beat it that day. But I played it for 8 hours straight because I was so into it. It was so well designed. The next day I beat it in 30 minutes because that's how everything goes.
Easy,
but
yeah.
It was such a phenomenal hack. Like it was really Margot's like, masterpiece. And just to be able to sit down and be able to play that and work through it, it was definitely my favorite Mario of the year.
Tor, have you played Sayonara Wild Hearts yet?
No.
You should play that game.
I should play that game because I'm sure I would love it.
Play that game. It's good.
Okay.
Maybe don't do what I do.
We're at
SGDQ.
We can play it on my Switch or something.
Don't do what I did, where it was on Apple Arcade, so I played it on Apple TV first. That is not the way to play Sayonara Wild Hearts. It is the worst platform for it.
Woof.
I will say. My Mario of the year is, I don't know. Did they make a Mario and Sonic at the Olympics? Wait,
no, they haven't done that in a while.
No.
I think the only Mario games this year, there was
because Bowser's Fury was last year, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I was confusing the World Cup with the Olympics.
The only Mario games that released this year were Mario & Rabbids 2 and Mario Strikers Battle League.
Oof.
So, in terms of games, there's not too much.
There's not a ton, no.
I made that Mario Lego set. That's why Mario is.
Ooh, I also got a Mario Lego set for Christmas.
And I did it on stream and looked at how long it took me to do it, so it counts as a speedrun.
Okay. I respect that.
Is that our Marios?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Do we need a decisive winner for the category?
Chris Pratt.
All right, congrats to Chris Pratt
by
for being
default.
the fastest Mario of the... Was that this year?
Fastest Mario.
The fastest Mario. That was this year, 100%,
that wins.
Right?
That wins.
The fastest Mario meme.
That was
fastest
this year?
Mario wins.
Damn.
Wait.
I thought that was like November last year.
Wait, no, okay.
No, it is October last year.
Okay.
No! Alternative sexual archetypes in the marketplace, fastest Mario. Dang.
Yeah, okay.
Then
yeah,
congratulations
16,
to Chris Pratt for being the fastest Mario of the year. That's what I should name the category.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that fastest Mario of the year.
It's retroactively fastest Mario of the year.
Okay, I respect that.
See, but then that presents a like an oxymoron, because Chris Pratt's not radical left. Yet he is the fastest Mario of the year. Curious.
Sometimes you don't give the award to who you think it's going to be, you know?
True.
It's a big upset.
The underdog.
Celeste category of the year, presented by Frame Fatales.
Ooh. Thank you.
Which means Court just gets to pick it.
Thanks to our sponsor.
Yeah, thank you so much to our sponsors at Frame Fatales. This is a really interesting one. So, for me, I am a big fan of Celeste mods, and so Into the Jungle was my Celeste obsession this year. Ran it out at FF as well, and it did just get into AGDQ, which is awesome. But my other Dark Horse Celeste category is the Strawberry Jam mod that has been in production for over 2 years at this point. Maybe we will see it come out next year. It was Strawberry Jam 2021, and we are almost at 2023. So maybe it will come out. Maybe it will come out next year. We can only hope.
My Celeste category of the year is all berries. No, wait. What do we have on twice? We had one category on
all
twice.
red berries.
We had all hearts
No.
on twice.
All hearts.
All
hearts is the category of the year for me because we had it on the show twice.
Yes, and we had all red berries on once.
Yeah.
I think I did Arb.
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
And then
I did Arb, and then I did Into the Jungle.
Carrie and Jax did.
So there we go.
Oh yeah, you did do Into the Jungle too.
Jungle was
We had a lot of. This is the year of Celeste for us.
Yeah,
the Celeste category was Celeste guests on Dear PB. I think that is the winner.
Okay.
Dear PB %.
Right. We said we were going to add a Dear PB leaderboard for all hearts.
Yeah. We have 2 runs.
Amazing.
Therefore, there is competition.
No, well, but since we're changing the format, we'll see if this how that keeps going. Makes it a little bit more interesting there.
Right.
So yeah, congratulations to any category we had on the show.
Yay!
Good for them.
Wow, a 3-way tie. And now, fanfare, please. A viewer category sent in by Gavin.
Whoa.
Best Dear PB Wiki Exploration of the Year. So this is when we got into a wiki hole on the air.
Oh.
The options are Angry Birds, Mario Sports, Video Games of 2003, and Codename Steam.
Oh boy.
Video Games 2003! That was such a good rabbit hole!
Yeah, I remember that. I was trying to figure out when we did that, and that was the last time Court was on.
Yes!
That was the jungle one, right?
That was the Into the Jungle one where we just got, we talked about Games 2003, and then I realized it was my entire personality. That was a good rabbit hole.
Yeah, it couldn't have been the first episode because we were still semi-professional then.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to try hard.
Yeah, I was on the premiere, which was
that's before we gave
And the second time we already had fallen into our niche of looking up stuff a lot.
Yes.
So we did not care.
That was good, but the Codename Steam one was such
Codename Steam is
fucking
ridiculous.
You can outvote me. It's fine. I'm really biased. I just loved the 2003 game.
Mario Sports was probably the most fun I had doing one of these. Because it was just me being like, what if Mario played fucking Fleebs Ball? Or whatever.
Yeah.
But Codename Steam was just a trip.
Yeah. And that's
also, Codename Steam was also
stuff.
the same time where we got to learn about Rabbids Obama, so that was also pretty good.
True. Indirectly. Because we wanted to see what games Obama was in. Because I thought he was in Codename Steam, but he was not.
Yeah, he's not. Abe Lincoln is.
Disappointing. Yeah.
All right, that's my vote is for Codename Steam.
Yeah, I second that.
Okay.
Congrats to Codename Steam.
I respect y'all's selection. I do.
The best Dear PB wiki exploration of the year was a fanfare.
Ooh, we had a duet. That was
best run that looks pretty sweet, but we're still not going to learn it.
That was near door.
That's a really good answer. I like that one.
That has always been my answer, and that will always be my answer. My second option is Sunshine.
Ooh.
My answer is the new Tunic route, and the reason is because I learned the old Tunic route, and it was a fucking nightmare. And I didn't actually complete any runs, but I still got to commentate it. Yay.
Yay. That is a good one.
Also, because it's weird, because it's the trick that they use now is only works consistently if you have a high refresh rate monitor, which I have a high refresh rate monitor, so it wouldn't affect me, but I still think it's kind of lame that you have to have one.
Is it frame rate dependent? Or...
It's frame rate dependent, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That's because that feels different to me than an accessibility tool like Turbo, where it's
yeah.
I agree.
And somebody's gonna listen to this, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, you're a hypocrite because you think this thing is worth paying, okay to pay for, not this thing." I'm like, "Hey, you can get a turbo controller for $25. You can get a 144 hertz monitor for $200."
Yeah, it's a big difference to me because to play for me, it's okay. If we're gonna get into the debate, we can't. If you're going to speedrun a Switch game, you already have to have a console and the game, which
Right.
is much more than $25. So
it's
me,
also
the
a matter
financial
of if you have the space for a monitor too.
Yeah. So the financial argument falls apart for me for games that are exclusively on Switch. So
well, and it's also a lot of like having a high refresh rate monitor. Like it can be an accessibility tool if you're sensitive to it and things like that. But it's not.
It's a good thing
in
to
the
have.
same way. Like a 60 frames game is going to be fine. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I say that as somebody who loves me some frames. Don't get me wrong. And hates when I have to lock games to 60 frames because I'd rather play the high refresh rate. But it's a lot more fair because if you don't have a monitor that can do it, you can't do it. All right, we're not supposed to be getting into rants in this.
No,
that's my
vote. I have two because I can't be restrained by picking one. But I will say Scarlet and Violet, the solo, like the one story categories sound really great, super fun, much more accessible time frames. I doubt I will ever learn it. I know myself. I would love to
teach you. I could just teach you Legends on stream at some
point. Yeah, Legends would be the one I would definitely be interested in trying. So maybe, but it's not one I'm gonna sit down and grind. The other one is I think that Fire Emblem Three Houses runs are so sick. I think they're so fun to watch. I love that game. I think the strategies employed are super interesting. I will never learn it. I will never learn it. It is too much. It's too much.
Not even New Game Plus?
No, it's too much. It's just the amount of knowledge you have to have and the understanding. I play on casual mode. My infant, they die all the time. It's just not a game that I want to hyper optimize. I just want to go in and play it. So I think it is a run that visually is so cool to watch, very intriguing, but it's just not my speed game in any kind of sense.
Yeah.
That's fair. All right, now we have to take our three extremely different answers and boil it down to one because that's how awards work.
So we have Tunic, Mario, and Three Houses.
We'll say Three Houses, yeah.
They're all kind of RPGs.
I'll back out on this one because Tunic already won the Dear PB award for Game of the Year, parentheses, you should play it casually. I have unilaterally decided this and no one can argue with me.
Was that like the pre-show award that we didn't get to hear?
Yeah. Tunic is my game of the year. Okay. And because I wrote all of the categories, the last one is May's Game of the Year. And it's Tunic. So go play Tunic.
Perfect. There we go.
So what's the Venn diagram between Mario and Fire Emblem?
Ooh. You have turn-based combat in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have lovable characters in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have on the very opposite ends of the diagram, cartoon nonsense and real life war.
Both Thousand Year Door and Scarlet have wrestlers.
Ooh. So our final answer is WWE 2K22.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Congrats to WWE 2K22 for winning best run that looks pretty sweet, but we're still not going to learn it. I don't even know if people are running that.
I'm sure at least someone has.
All right, this one's a good one, I think. This is one of my favorite categories. Fanfare, please. The Please Stop Doing This award. For the thing that people should please stop doing in speedrunning. Please just stop doing it.
Using Twitter.
True.
Well, okay. I don't know if that's a good one because we aren't going to have a choice soon.
Okay.
True.
But okay.
Please stop using Twitter, says Twitter.
Yeah. My nominee for this is submitting races where you haven't synchronized your availabilities.
Stop doing that.
I don't mind it
if you're the same avail.
If you're submitting other stuff as well, then I get it. But if you're submitting just a race with someone and you put entirely different availabilities, why? You're not. Why? It's not gonna happen. It's literally can't happen. Especially if it's a multi-person race, like a more than 2-person race.
Oh, give me the shared availability.
I think we've talked about this before. Stop submitting 30-hour runs to 2-day marathons.
Yeah, that too.
Stop doing that.
It's nice, and there are marathons for that, but not that one.
Not most marathons. I'm still gonna stick to stop using Twitter. I think it's funny.
That's fair.
It's too vague for me
So
to
I
want to
think
give this the
this
speed
boils
running
down
stop doing
to-
this year.
It boils down to stop submitting to marathons.
Stop running. Stop
Don't
doing
actually do that,
speedruns.
but
It's all
I feel like
over
that could
now.
probably
we've seen
think
them
of
all.
more.
We've seen them all.
We've seen them all. We don't need any more runs.
Yep.
My other one is if you're submitting to a charity marathon, stop being a diva about it.
Oof.
Stop submitting your
Too real.
estimate as your IGT estimate.
Well, there's that too, but
Yes.
That's unrelated, but I just
But-
remembered that.
Stop submitting
definitely-
your IGT estimate. Stop submitting as a diva. I do agree with that.
True.
I see a
That's
lot of
more
people.
important.
Not a lot of people, but I definitely see people, and I'm not going to name any names. So, because I think it's a good opportunity for self-reflection of people very much thinking that the charity event to raise money for charity is like very much about them because they're like a big name runner or because they think they're a big name runner, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But at the
Just
end
call
of the
me
day,
out. Wow.
Yeah. Yes,
Ultimately,
I get it.
if you're submitting to a marathon to try and get attention on yourself and your brand, you should self-reflect and think about
I
it.
don't inherently agree with that. I think
So
that like if you're submitting to GDQ, it's a very big like platform.
This
And I
is
think-
definitely for indie marathons. I'm
yeah.
more of a like.
it should not be your
other
main
marathons,
goal regardless.
I think.
I think it's I don't care. I don't even care if it's specifically your main goal, I guess. What bothers me is if then like if like staff is like, "Hey, we need to put you at a certain time or a different time or like not a good time or we need to put or like we're not going to cut your or we're not going to do this incentive or we're going to take the shorter category because it fits better for us." People being like shitty about it when it's not about you.
Sure.
If-
I'm more with you. I'm more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be the
I
kind of
don't-
person who just wants to get in and then complains about their time slot not being perfect.
Yeah.
As
Especially
well.
if you submitted for
You're
all
right
times.
in that realistically, many streamers, gamers are going to submit because they want to, it's not bad to want attention and spotlight on the things you're running. That is not inherently bad. I didn't mean to say that.
It
But
is
at the
good
end of
to
the day,
try and get your game
If
out
you
there,
get
at
in, you
least.
got to defer to the goal of what the event is, and the event is to raise money for charity.
Yeah.
If you're being weird about hosts and things like that, when like I've definitely seen things where it's like because they want to have like a runner wants to have their moment and then like the host doesn't get a chance to talk and it just like stalls donations out extremely bad. Like again, it's not if you're doing that, then you are taking money away from charity indirectly. So
yeah,
my
and I
vote
think
for
there's
please stop doing this.
There's definitely a
weird.
thought of just like I want to talk and explain every single thing that's going on, and that's going to make it a better run. When in reality, having a bit of a break to let the host talk is actually very refreshing in terms of like viewership, and it makes it more memorable. And also, you want to hear from your friends who are donating for you. I think
good
that's
for
something
everyone.
people often forget is like, if you don't leave any room for donations, you're not going to hear the people that are there watching you, cheering you on. And that's like some of the most emotional moments are like when my mom donated during my run.
Mm-hmm.
If I hadn't left space for that to be said, I would never have gotten to hear that. And so it's just kind of like that's an underrated aspect of leaving parts for donations, is like people are gonna say some really nice stuff to you, and that's really cool.
And just to quickly clarify, if you're like, oh, I didn't let the person talk or the host talk because I was nervous, that's not what I mean.
Yeah.
Specifically, if you're being extremely stage hoggy in a very obvious way.
Right. If you have like a 10-minute game and you need to be talking about the game the entire time, that's fine. If you have a 6-hour game and you are talking for 6 hours straight, that's a problem.
Or even if you're like nervous because you're new to it and you talk too much or whatever, and it's like, but it's
that's
not
fine.
like you could tell
It happens.
when running an event when people are doing it for personal gain, doing stuff for personal gain, or doing stuff on accident. It's very obvious for the most part.
I agree.
If you're like trying to be funny every 2 seconds,
okay,
don't be the.
I'll have you know I do try to be funny every 2
Yes.
seconds, and also I don't.
Exactly. If you were saying a one-liner every 10 seconds to try and be the class clown of the run, don't do that.
I think it is natural and fine when to like think of being an event as like a spotlight on you, and then also be disappointed if things aren't exactly how you envisioned. However, if you then like externalize that in a way that is shitty to marathon staff, then fuck off.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
Don't get mad at your run as well.
Yeah. Or be mad and be mad in private.
Yeah.
Marathon staff isn't, and then think about it for a second. You could be mad in the moment and think about it and be like, they probably did this for a reason. Because every time you're in an event, they did stuff, in fact, for a reason, and it's not random.
Yeah.
Marathon staff want to make the event the very best it can be, raise the most for charity that it can. And I would hope and pray that, regardless of who the staff is, they want to do right by the charity, by the runners, and by the volunteers. Right?
Yeah.
That's the goal. And so you want to come into it with, I understand having critiques. I totally do. You want to come into it with kindness and with the goal of making the event, better for everyone.
Yeah. Just be positive during the whole experience that you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Though, if you're at a point where you are like attributing malice or like angry at marathon staff for decisions in the average marathon, there could be weird outliers here, I suppose, which is like disaster events. Then I don't know. Then that's probably thinking a little like that's probably centering the event a bit too hard on you when realistically there's a million different reasons why, and like orchestrating all of this is an event is very hard, and so it's not about.
And in 90% of the time, the people doing it are volunteers.
Yep, that's true.
At this point, it probably sounds like we're making up a person to get annoyed at, but we're not.
These are all bits and pieces that we have seen.
It's like just stuff we've all three of us have, varied experience in different events and just trying to help, be kind. That's the ultimate thing.
Don't be a dick. Yeah. It's not that hard.
Be kind.
Don't be weird.
Don't be weird.
Congratulations to to being retrieving the Please Stop Doing This award.
Congratulations to submitting to marathons. Make that your New Year's resolution.
Hi, this is post-production May, the May that gets added in after the fact. Did you know we have a Patreon? If you're already a Patreon subscriber, this message isn't for you. Thank you, we love you, you can tune out for this part. But if you're not, for only $3 a month, you can get access to episodes early and get a bonus episode at least once per month. The bonus episodes are like different from the regular episodes. They're a lot more unhinged, which is kind of saying something. You get access to all the ones we've already done, even if you subscribe now, so that's cool. We don't want to have to run ads during this program, because ads suck, and supporting us via the Patreon helps us not have to do that. You can check it out at patreon.com/DearPBpod if you're interested and can afford to do so. You're already supporting us by listening to the show and telling others about it, so this is kind of like a bonus thing you could do if you really like it. Okay, cool, I'm done, bye. Fanfare, please. This bit hasn't gotten old. Angry Bird of the Year!
Stella.
Flamingo!
Flamingo's not
that kind of Angry Bird.
What?
There are Angry Birds, and then there are Angry Birds.
It is a fighting type burb. It is.
I don't think Flamingo. Look at Flamingo. I don't think it's capable of being angry.
But have you seen the girl boss Stella?
I know what you're saying, but like Flamingo, it's a little fighting type bird.
It's not angry. It's just a bird.
I do love Flamingo as much as the next speedrunner.
I cannot believe this.
I don't think it's inherently angry.
Fine.
Look at that girl boss.
I went to look up Flamingo, and Google showed me results for Flamingo. So clearly it's not that popular either.
Fine.
All right, fanfare.
Fanfare.
Best court appearance on Dear PB of the year. This can either be frozenflygone appearing on Dear PB, or we got served an appearance to court. And recorded it. Either one.
I don't know if we've had the latter one happen yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yet.
My personal favorite, I would say, I've enjoyed being on this regardless because you both are very fun to hang out with, but I had the most fun coming up with bits for the bonus episode.
I agree. I think
agree
that's my
with that.
favorite appearance.
That was really fun. Like, while that was recording, I was coming up with jokes.
That was fantastic.
In a very like, I would say I generally am more of an off the cuff kind of like making jokes kind of person, but there I was like sitting trying to prepare bits. So that was different for my brain, and I liked that. So being the terrible host was very fun for me.
I'm doing the sickos thing like in real life right now. When you're being like, I've been preparing bits, and I'm like, yes,
like it's very fun. I like it.
I could never.
Because I generally don't think I'm a person who I like performing bits, but I don't generally come up with them. So that was a test of me getting to sit there and kind of think up things to say, and that was fun for me.
And
I liked it.
we have a
I need to re-listen to that.
$2 donate. I listened again recently. It's so good.
Yeah,
we have a $2 donation. It's so funny.
We have no donations right now.
We don't have any donations right now, but
I had so much fun with that because I know all of the bad tropes of a host.
Exactly.
So it was, so fun leading into it.
All right, wait. Honorable mention to host saying we don't have any donations for please stop doing this.
Yes, don't stop doing that, hosts. Just take that out of your vocabulary. Just say anything else.
Also, if you are a runner at a smaller marathon, you don't necessarily need to ask if there are any donations. You can say, "Hey, host, do you have anything, or do you have anything to say?" That's what I.
Oh,
I always say, "Do you have anything to?"
Runners
to tell
saying
us
that
or
is
say?
it's such a blessing because you don't have to awkwardly be like.
If you're at like a GDQ, then it's a given that you're gonna have donations. But if you're at like a smaller marathon that only maybe gets like $2,000 in the weekend, then it's definitely a good thing to do.
100% agree. 100% agree. Good one.
All right.
Go be a patron and listen to that
watch
one.
That one. It's very.
It is our best work yet.
We'll unlock it, but it's really good.
Yeah.
Our second and final fan or listener category, also sent in by Gavin, is the best Dear PB episode title.
Ooh.
We were thinking about this last week and never really came to a consensus.
Yeah.
So
but Gavin set us a list, so that helps a lot. The category or the nominees
is super helpful.
The nominees are, and because we talked about it last week, Court, I'm gonna let you unilaterally decide this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
The White Claw Effect. Ask Out GDQ. Wisconsin Randomizer. Unqualified Onion. Please Donut. Ash from Pikachu.
I really like Please Donut. I don't know why, but Please Donut.
That's my pick too. Yes.
To me.
Yeah, I like Please Donut a lot.
Please Donut, I think is very good.
I don't know why it's so funny, but it's so good.
But But it just is. I love who was on Please Donut.
That was Conception.
That was Conception.
That's
Running
very
Bug
excellent.
Snacks.
Yeah, I really like that.
The White Claw Effect was Sparkle. Ask Out GDQ was Skybills. Wisconsin Randomizer was Nukes. Unqualified Onion was Carrie. Please Donut was Conception. Ash from Pikachu was Shoujo.
Very nice. Very nice.
Shoujo. So, and it's good because all of our episode
forgot about
titles,
Wisconsin Randomizer.
Yeah.
That one was good.
That one's also a very funny name.
All of our episode titles are quotes out of context for the most part. So, those are all things that were said during the episode.
I don't even remember the context. The rest of it, I think I don't remember.
We were talking about randomizers.
Onion. No, that one I remember. White Claw Effect, Unqualified Onion. I don't remember.
White Claw Effect was my runner-up. White Claw Effect was definitely my runner-up.
I think we were talking about like White Claw, and then there was like it was like speedrunning better while drinking or something.
Oh, it's like the Balmer peak.
Yeah. Okay. Unqualified Onion, I think, was just a misspeak.
That sounds like something I would say on just by mashing up words. So,
yeah,
the White Claw Effect sounds like a horror, like a horror movie parody, where it's like trying really where it just gets dated in 2 years immediately. You know?
Yeah,
which is extremely.
But it's very heavily branded.
Yeah, I don't even think necessarily heavily branded, but just they're trying to make fun of the millennials these days or whatever, and so it's just a year later it's just oh god. Fanfare. Most disappointing moment. This is a spicy one.
Ooh.
Oh, jeez.
In speedrunning.
I don't follow speedrunning. The fact that Scarlet Violet's intro is an hour.
That is pretty fucking disappointing.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is a
That's
good
probably-
answer.
That's probably my. I think that's my pick.
I was gonna say every time I didn't get into GDQ, but
True.
Cope.
What?
Oh, most disappointing moment. That's a real in speedrunning. That's a toughie.
Yeah, mine's got to be Scarlet Violet intro being slow and an hour long.
I mean, like overall, most disappointing moment in like gaming that I can think of is that like Scarlet and Violet could have been a perfect video game if
That
it wasn't
too.
for like the lag issues, the performance issues. Because like, holy cow, we me and Bean just actually finished the game, and like Area Zero was so sick, and it could have been a
Area
perfect.
Zero's okay.
I liked it. I thought it was cool.
It's a lot of it's a walking simulator, but no, I get what the end of it's really good.
But like with that with voice acting, I think I would have been like, okay.
God, they need to add voice acting
Yeah.
so bad.
So
That's the problem.
Area Zero plus voice acting, and then the rest of the game without performance issues is like, holy shit, this is a perfect video game. Right?
The game itself is good. The problem
Wow.
is the best way to play it is on your computer.
Yeah. So I think that is like that for me is the most disappointing moment. Like I know it should be specifically speedrunning. I think that still impacts speedrunning, but just like holy cow, they had such good ideas, and like that was the most captivated I have been actually playing a Pokemon game recently, and it could have been just a slam dunk out of the park if it wasn't for the unfortunate release cycles that Game Freak has locked themselves into. Because I'm playing Fire Emblem right now. Every single cutscene in that game is full voice acted. Every single interaction between all of the characters.
Fun fact about Fire Emblem Three Houses: it's the only Switch game that looks worse than Scarlet and Violet.
Right, it doesn't look that good.
It looks so bad.
No,
the textures are terrible.
They're really rough, but literally all the characters talking with each other, getting to and they're all the voice actors they got do such a good job of selling the character to you that I'm like, wow, I want to play this game again because they do such a great job with it. And like Scarlet Violet could be that too, right? If there was any voice acting at all. Like the fact that Iono's like trailer release where she was talking, the Japanese, like she's talking, I was so sold on her because she was hilarious. Like that, it was so good. And then in the game, she doesn't talk at all, and you don't get any of that energy. It's so tragic. Yeah, it's so tragic.
It's weird that they, I definitely that's not what I had in mind when I made the category, but it could still. Win.
Mine was.
I was thinking of like shit that happened community-wise that was like, man, why are we doing this?
Scarlet and Violet?
I often feel that way, yeah.
Again?
I mean, my answer for this is going to be the fact that we're still, that like communities are still debating Turbo in 2022.
Yeah. I definitely
given
agree
that
with that too.
Two of the people in this on this show right now have like had wrist issues and have not
severe wrist issues. Yeah.
Like, I would never.
That's why, like,
just don't make me play Celeste again.
I can't play Hades again, probably, because I'm, like, actually nervous of fucking up my wrist, right? And, like, so it's, like, very...
Get a box.
It's very poignant to talk about those kind of things and why...
Yeah.
I need to start playing more games on a box.
It's very frustrating to me for people to be... I mean, this could also be, please stop doing this. For people to be very, like, purist about things when it's like, hey, I actually can't run certain games anymore that I really enjoy because
like I played Oras once and then my wrist hurt for
painful.
2 weeks. Like I wanted to run that again and I'm like, I don't think I actually can for my health and that is so unfortunate.
Like, I understand like Oras having turbo, it's like, I mean, you'd have to mod it and like modding your 3DS isn't hard and like you could do it, but I could guess maybe sort of see the argument there. But, like, when you actually have hardware answers to this, it's like, what are we fucking doing, y'all? Come on.
Right.
And just, like, debates around this are, like, so vitriolic across the board, and that is the most disappointed that I have been, engaging in a speedrun community this year, was the, specifically the Switch PSR community just discussing Turbo. And that still hasn't ended, so...
Yay.
And I don't know, you could be like, wow, May is calling people out despite being a mod. And I'm like, I'm going to be a cringe centrist about this and say that everyone sucked when it came to this one. People I agreed with, people I don't agree with. We're all being shitty. So,
it's tough.
As always, the only person who has avoided all consequence, or not all consequence, who remains perfect and pure, is everybody else in this call for not getting involved.
Yeah.
Woo!
Woo!
I love sticking my nose out of places.
Anyways, that's my moment. Congratulations to Scarlet and Violet for being the most disappointing moment.
Yeah, I think Scarlet and Violet overall. Just
across multiple categories.
For what it could be, for what it could be.
As a speed game, as a game, as a speedrun community.
If you have an idea for something that we didn't think of, put it in the comments and drive our engagement. And maybe we'll talk about it next time.
Yeah.
Fanfare! Most promising upcoming speed game presented by Marathonathon Part 3. That is not me saying that it's going to happen. It's just that it hasn't happened yet. Is it
an upcoming speed game for a game that has not released yet?
Yeah, I need to look up what games are coming out soon.
Okay, I have my answer then.
Yeah, okay, go.
Hades 2, baby.
That's like the only thing I could think of.
What about Earth?
I was thinking Hades 2. I was thinking Breath of the Wild 2.
Earthblade. That's not next year. Well, I guess it is
Earthblade
upcoming
is
in general, but
quite next year, I don't think.
Yeah, it's 2024.
Yeah. So Breath of the Wild 2, Hades 2 are up there for me. Yeah.
Wait, Fire Emblem Engage is in 21 days.
Wow.
Fire Emblem. What is that? What's Fire Emblem Engage?
The next Fire Emblem.
What?
Yeah, I didn't know it was coming out so soon.
Yeah, me
I've
either.
heard nothing about this.
It comes out on the 20th of January.
Clueless. What is this?
Yeah, it's got the pro tag with the toothpaste hair. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the toothpaste hair.
It was announced in September of this year.
I remember seeing one thing about this. Then why is Marth here? What is happening? Okay.
Because he's engaged.
Oh, good for Marth. Congrats.
I don't know why. I just happened to restart 3 houses. I don't think I'm ready for another one, but how interesting. Okay.
I don't think that I will run Tears of the Kingdom, but I bet it's gonna be good.
I don't either. I think it is an anticipated speed game, though.
Yeah.
Depending on what mechanics they keep from the first game, it might be very interesting.
Yo, they haven't released a Mario in 5 years. That's wild.
I know.
That's so many years. It's 5, right? 5? Is that right?
Yeah. Wow. Odyssey was 2017. Is
that the longest between 2 Marios? I don't think we ever asked that on DRPB.
This I saw on a post earlier this year was the fewest Mario game releases since 1990.
Damn, they killed Mario when they weren't fucking around.
Yeah. Because 1990 was Dr. Mario and Mario World, I think, and this year was the 2 we mentioned earlier. So...
I'll be honest, I don't know why I added this as a category, because most of the times the games that I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna run this, it's just random shit. There's a new Yakuza coming out, maybe that'll be good.
Oh, all right.
That'll actually probably be good, because I think it's gonna be another turn-based one.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
I got sucked into looking at Engage, and I'm not super sold yet, so we'll see. There's no Claude. That's all I'm saying.
Also, I'm now remembering that they announced Remnant 2, and I will probably play that.
Okay.
Because Remnant 1 is not a great game, but it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Earthblade, TBA.
Yeah. There's no actual date yet.
Yeah, they said
it's gonna be some random. It's gonna be congratulations to some random indie game.
So true.
Congratulations to Moving Out 2.
Congratulations to Moving Out 2. Congratulations to Shenmue 4.
There's the new SpongeBob game that's coming out at the end of January.
Oh my gosh.
And it features like little Patrick.
Huh.
Yeah. There's a non-zero chance that it's good.
Next year. Congratulations to Pikmin 4.
Yeah.
True.
No, congratulations to the Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection.
Girl, you just said a lot of words, and I don't understand any of them, so...
Do you not know Mega Man Battle Network?
Legacy
Like, I
Collection.
do, but I've never touched a Mega Man game in my life, so my eyes glaze over.
Mega Man Battle
Yeah,
Network is
I'm not
Mega Man
very
Battle
interested in Mega
Network.
Man.
Do you know One Step to Eden? That game.
Yeah, I do.
Mega Man. That's based on Mega Man Battle Network. It's like the same.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah, Mega Man Battle Network slaps, and they're releasing a collection next year. It's so good.
Okay.
At least the ones I've played are. Highly recommend Mega Man Battle Network. We were gonna have it on Dear PB, but it fell through.
I respect.
Not Dear PB. That's this show. Think Fast.
Speaking of Think Fast,
Wait,
Fanfare.
speaking of Think Fast, hold on. Fanfare?
Fanfare?
Best speedrun game show on the GDQ hotfix this year.
I was gonna say it because you're both on it.
Gosh. Ruining
no,
the
you can
moment.
do it. You can still do it.
Best speedrun game show on the GDQ hotfix of the year.
The nominees are...
Think Fast.
The winner is...
Think Fast, baby!
Did anybody
Yes!
Did anybody run a game show?
I doubt it.
I ran in the game show.
That's true.
Did anyone run a game show game?
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're very
I talked
unlikely.
to Cactus today about like how much fun we had on that show because it was like such a blast. I love trivia. I'm a slut for trivia. So
The biggest
I was
problem-
like, okay, I guess I'm running a game, but like playing trivia was the best part.
The biggest problem with running this show is we can't be on it.
I
Yeah.
know.
That's why we need to...
Unless-
That's what I'm saying. You have a guest host. Have a guest host and y'all can run together,
Whoa.
which would be really fun. I offer to guest host because I love trivia so much.
We don't run any of the same games.
Yeah,
though.
we need to figure out what game to do.
That's fair.
Learn Victory Road. Then I'll learn Victory
We could each do it separately.
What?
I feel like if you learn
But
if
we've
you learn
had
a
both of our
Scarlet
games
Violet
already.
category, you can make it work out. It'd be cute.
We
Yeah.
could also just do a Think Faster.
Yeah.
True. You could run different games. You could.
We'll
Congratulations
workshop
to us for winning the award I put in for us.
Congratulations.
it. Yeah,
Lovely.
woo.
Best. I'm gonna add another category just to really like, I don't know, jack ourselves off a bit more. That's probably a better way of phrasing that. Best speedrun podcast that started in 2022.
The nominees are... There's probably at least one more.
There should be at least one more, but I don't
That we know
anything.
about.
Yeah, I don't know.
Congratulations,
involves
dear
us.
PB. Wow.
Whoa.
Wow! Yay! We're so good at this. Wow.
Oh my god. We're so popular.
Is it time for our final category?
I think it's time for our
I
final
think so.
category.
Wow. I feel like all three of us should join in the fanfare then. We ready?
This is Audio Poison Speed Game of the Year.
Oh.
So it's not just whatever your Speed Game of the Year, but the game that had probably the most impact this year on speedrunning. Or like the game, it could be the game, or like the game that had like the biggest moment. That could be
What games came
like
out this year?
Elden Ring. That could be like
True.
Yeah.
a game that it's been run like really took off in speedrunning. It could be a game that has had like a really big development in it this year. It could be a game that is Elden Ring. There's a million things it could be.
Okay. I'll start because I can just be predictable and then you all can come up with answers. But I will say, a month ago, a person by the name of Isaac Tay got the first 25 in Celeste any percent. 25 is just such an unreal, unfathomable number. But he worked at it day after day and just it was an unreal moment to watch. I was there when it happened. And just the dedication that he has put into it and the other people who are like, you know, top 10 have put into it. It is just so unreal that we've seen a 25 in Celeste. So that was very impactful for me and for my circles. Maybe not to the rest of the speedrunning universe, but it was definitely the speed game of the year, I think, in terms of what I was following and what made an impact. So
My speed game also had a big minute barrier broken. Hat in time any percent hit 33 by 2 people this year. I think.
Year?
Wow.
Yeah.
God,
It
that
in,
was
like,
this
June.
year.
So
Nothing really happened in ORAS, I'll be honest. In terms of like major barriers, what came out this year that just so we're like that are like big speed games? Elden Ring. Tunic's pretty popular. You should play Tunic if you haven't played. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but if you haven't played Tunic, you should play Tunic. I just
Pokemon.
Kirby for Gore.
Kirby for Gore, yeah.
God, what came out this year?
Like, I don't think there were any games that like came out that like just demolished the speedrunning scene.
All right, counterpoint to you,
Roblox
Gore.
doors.
I was gonna say counterpoint to you, Subway Surfers. That is probably, unironically, probably the speed game of the year.
Oh, absolutely!
Really
like, I'm like,
it has 4 times the runners as the second place game.
Yeah, and that's all this year.
48,000 players.
It completely blew up, and and that's a lot of people who like probably otherwise maybe wouldn't have been interested in speedrunning, giving it a try.
Absolutely, that's true.
Shoutouts to Brazil for running Subway Surfers.
Brazil.
Shoutouts to Brazil.
Their main category has 17,533 runs in one category.
Oh my god!
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
Minecraft Java Edition across every category has 12,000 players. So,
okay,
yeah, that's a bit.
Wow. Yeah, pretty cool stuff.
What else is? Elden Ring obviously had a really big year for speedrunning. Neon White I thought was bigger than it was.
It was.
That happens.
I thought it was like a big thing in terms of like people were convincing other people to play it, but I don't.
It had its moment, yeah.
I don't think it shifted the like speedrun paradigm as much as people thought it did.
Yeah,
overall.
I agree.
I think Elden Ring kind of popped off because it was like so broken.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like Neon White was kind of like it had its things, but it's pretty like rigid and it's like kind of like made for.
Yeah,
Neon White is kind of just like. At least when I was learning it for a bit, it was kind of just like do the levels intendedly, but like like developer intended fast.
Yeah, and right now the record for Elden Ring any percent unrestricted is 3 minutes and 56 seconds.
That's wild.
The comment on the world record is had to piss really bad at the start, so I had to go fast. Good for them.
Honestly, fair.
It's a good excuse.
Splatoon 3 had a lot of cool stuff this year, I will say. Yeah. I don't know if it necessarily makes the cut, but I think it's worth mentioning.
I think it's a good honorable mention, but I think it kind of fell off after the game came out in terms of like
I don't even know if it necessarily fell off. It's just Splatoon as a speedrun has always been pretty niche.
Right.
Yes, that's fair.
Yeah, I don't think it was ever like big, but for the people that play
that's
it,
a good point. Framing it in terms of the speedrun, it does not have as big of a reach as it does just like,
And that's hard to do for a game.
As a game.
Like, just in general. Like, even like Elden Ring isn't like a huge speed game. It is just popular.
Yep.
Which is definitely really different.
That's true.
What was that? What was at SGDQ? Did anything at SGDQ have like a big moment? I mean, stuff did, but like...
I don't know. I mean, I can look it up.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
What was the most?
There were a lot of like really fun games, but I don't know if there was like anything that I was just like, wow, every single person needs to watch this happen. Besides the Kaizo race.
Besides the Kaizo, yeah.
I literally have told like everyone I know to watch the Kaizo race because that was so good, and that was the one that stood out to me amongst everything else that happened on the schedule.
Right.
It was so good.
Well then, I think it's between Celeste, Elden Ring, and Subway Surfers.
I'll say Subway Surfers for the meme. I'll go in.
Subway Surfers.
Let's do it.
I don't even think it's a meme. I think it like actually was like it wasn't impactful in terms of like our circles, but it was impactful in that like thousands of people tried this and other
Yes, and that rules. I'm gonna say like that fucks. That's great. Get more people into the scene. That rules.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Subway Surfers, the speed game of the year.
Even though it came out 10 years ago.
Well, look, that's the thing with speed games. Is sometimes they just kind of pop off out of nowhere.
I do.
Yeah.
That does it for us. That's all our categories. We have done gamer science and decided to accurately determine the correct answer for every category, the definitive and absolute answer.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching our stupid show this year. And if you're a patron, if you are a patron, wow, double thanks for watching our stupid show this year and for some reason giving us money to watch more of it.
Yay!
As always, you can follow us on Twitter, I guess, at twitter.com/dearpbpod or co-host at cohost.org/dearpb. Or you can subscribe to the Patreon at patreon.com/dearpbpod and get the bonus episodes once a month. We need to record one this month. We haven't done it yet, but we will soon.
Soon, TM.
Yo, maybe we can do another live one at HDQ. You know.
Who's going to be there? Don't rub it in.
Yeah, maybe y'all can.
I'll probably record something.
Maybe.
No, we'll teleport you over. It's all good.
Okay.
Oh.
Hit me up in early March, and I'll be there for a live event.
Sounds good.
Corey, where can people find you?
You can find me at the twitch.tv/frozenflygone. And that's mostly all the things that are going on. But after HDQ, because I'm not streaming until like after that.
Thanks so much for all of your. Thanks so much for being a. What's our? What was our person? Thanks so much for being a personal bestie in 2022.
Oh, that's cute.
And get excited for an equally unhinged 2023.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just in audio format this time.
Woo.
And for one final time for the year, even though this episode will be coming out after the end of the year, Court, if you know how we end every episode.
Uh-oh. Wait, I do? Because I have been on it a few times, but I have a terrible memory.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. She doesn't know.
She doesn't know. Don't
be
A?
Nope, wrong. Try again.
Dang it.
Well, I mean, we could. It's
That's
the extent,
incorrect.
Is it the?
No, that's
Don't
also
be the.
incorrect. I'll give you each one more try.
I'm losing Think Fast.
Here's a hint. It's a bad thing to be.
Don't
be a speedrunner.
Slow?
That's not right. It has more to do with more to do with social justice and equity. Not equity. Wait.
Yeah.
Equity's a different
inequality.
thing.
Now I'm having
Inequality,
existential
yes.
crises about what this word could be. I don't know.
It has nothing to do with the stock market.
I'm sorry.
Don't be racist. That's 0 seconds for Court. Goodbye.